Today I am going to explain you about experiment from the subject of probability and statistics, in this from the unit of basic probability. First of all, what is random experiment? Random experiment means it is one kind of experiment, trial or observation that can be repeated numerous times under the same conditions. Now suppose if I am tossing a coin, then it may have different outputs like either head or tail, or if I am tossing a die, then it may have numerous output like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each and every time it has different output, but under the same condition, if I am tossing a coin or a die, then it will consider as one kind of random experiment. Now the next definition is what is outcome. Outcome means it is the result of any random experiment. Means if I am tossing a coin, then it has output, it may be head or tail. So head or tail will consider as outcome of this random experiment. Now the next definition is trial. Now what is trial? Trial means it is considered as a particular performance of a random experiment that is known as the trial. Means if I am doing some random experiment like tossing a die or tossing a coin, then it will giving you a particular output, then this type of random experiment is considered as trial, right? Now the next definition is sample space. Now what is the meaning of sample space? Suppose if I am taking any random experiment like tossing a die, then output may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So if I am writing the sample space, then sample space S will be defined as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it means it will consider as possible number of outcomes will consider as sample space. So if we are defining sample space, it will be defining as a set that consists all the possible outcomes of a random experiment, then it is known as sample space. So if we are writing the sample space for tossing a die, then it may have output like S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it may have this 6 different possible outcomes. So if I am defining S equals to 1 to 6, then it will consider as a sample space. So basically sample space means all the possibility of the outcome will consider as sample space. Now the next definition is event. What is event? Event means it is one particular group of outcome among the all possible outcomes when experimenting with probability. So this is considered as event. Now suppose if I am giving some example, like if I am tossing a die, then the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Now if I am defining any event that occurrence of the output with even numbers, then this will consider as even. So if I am writing the sample space for this particular event, then the sample space will consider as sample space S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? For tossing a die. As we had seen in the sample space definition that all the possible outcomes are considered as sample space. But if I am defining any event, like suppose if I am defining A as the event of occurrence of even number as outcome, then A will be considered as even numbers are 2, 4 and 6, right? So this will be considered as event. So from the all possible outcome, if we are fetching any particular outcome, then it will consider as event. Now the next definition is exhaustive event. What is exhaustive event? Exhaustive event means the total number of possible outcomes of a random experiment is called as an exhaustive event. So if we see that tossing a die, then how many number of possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So there are total 6 possible outcomes. So it is considered as exhaustive event. Now the next definition is mutually exclusive event. What is mutually exclusive event? Suppose if I am defining two different events and if they are independent to each other, there is no common part in this two events, then it will consider as mutually exclusive event. So if I am defining this mutually exclusive event, then we can define like this: two events are mutually exclusive if they cannot occur at the same time. So if we considering that the tossing a die, it has possible outcome s equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? In this, if I am defining the event A, which will consider as the occurrence of the outcome of even number, then the output may be 2, 4 and 6. And if I am saying that event B is the output, that occurrence of the event that is odd number, then the odd number will be considered like 1, 3 and 5. So if we will define these two events, then these two events will be considered as mutually exclusive event. Why? Because there is no common part in between these two. So if I am defining sample space, then sample space may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Because if I am tossing a die, it may have the 6 different outcomes, right? Now if I am defining A as event of even number, so even number means it will consider as only 2, 4 and 6. And if I am defining B as a odd number, then odd number will be 1, 3 and 5. So if you will see that event A and event B, in this there is no common part, so these two events will consider as mutually exclusive to each other. So it is considered as mutually to each other because they cannot occur at the same time. Now the next definition is certain event. What is certain event? If any event will occurring surely, then it will consider as certain event. So if I am defining the certain event, then it will be defined like this: an element of sample space must occur, then the event is known as certain event or sure event. It means surely it will occurring, then it will consider as certain event. And if it will not occurring, then it will consider as null event. So the next definition is null event or impossible event. Impossible occurrence of this event, then it is considered as impossible event. So if we are defining impossible event, it will be defined as an element of empty set cannot occur, then the event is known as impossible event. Suppose if I am tossing a die, then the output may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Suppose if I am defining event A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then it will be surely occurring. So this kind of event will consider as certain event. But suppose if I am defining event B equals to 7, 8, 9, 10, then it can't occurring because in the die there will be only possibility of 1 to 6, right? So this kind of event will consider as impossible event. Suppose if I am giving some example in the real world, then suppose if I am taking that the sun rises from the east, then it will be surely it will rises from the east, right? So it is considered as certain event. But suppose if I am taking that sun rises from the west, so it will consider as it is impossible event because it is impossible to rise sun from the west. So this kind of event we consider as impossible event. Now the next definition is equally likely event or equiprobable event. Now what is the meaning of this? The occurrence of any two event will be equally likely, means occurrence of it will be same, or the probability of occurrence of it will be same, then it will consider as equally likely event or equiprobable event. So definition for this is the outcome of a random experiment are said to be equally likely if the occurrence of none of them is expected in preference to other. Means all will be on the same probable, means probability of occurrence of this event will be same, then it will consider as equiprobable. And the probability of occurrence of it will be different, then it will consider as different event other than this equally likely event. So there is no preference of any event in this all have same probability. Now the next definition is independent event. Suppose if two events will be independently occurring, which will not depending on any other occurrence of any other event, then it will consider as independent event. So if we are defining the independent event, then events are said to be independent if the occurrence of an event does not affect the occurrence of the other event. So any event does not affect the occurrence of any another event, then this kind of events are said to be independent events. Now the next definition is favorable event. What is favorable event? In a random experiment, the number of outcomes which entail the occurrence of event, then it will consider as favorable event. Experiment can be well defined by using some example. Like suppose if I am taking one example in which we are taking that in the experiment of tossing a coin twice, means we are taking one coin and then tossing it 2 times. Then consider A be the event at least one head occurs and B the event the second toss results in a tail. Then find A union B, A intersection B, A dash and A minus B. So first of all we will defining the event A, B and then we will seeing this A union B. What is the meaning of this A union B, A intersection B? Likewise, we will finding all this each and every term. Right. So solving this example, first of all, if I am writing sample space as, what will be the sample space? What will be the outcome of this tossing a coin? First of all, if I am tossing a coin, the output may be head or it may be tail. But suppose if I am tossing a coin twice, means if I am tossing a coin 2 times, then it may be head head, head tail, tail head or tail tail, right? So there will be 4 different possibilities of the output. So if I am writing the sample space S, then the sample space S equals to head head, head tail, tail head or tail tail, right? Now I am defining the A. A means it is an event that at least one head occurs. So if at least one head occurs, so from the sample space you can see that in this 2 heads are there, in this one head. In this there is no head, so we will not taking this part. So what is the event A? A equals to head head, head tail or tail head. So at least one head means one or more than one head may be considerable, right? Now if we are defining the event B, what is event B? Event B will consider as the event that the second toss result in a tail. So second toss result in a tail means second toss representing this second part. So it will result in a tail means it may be head tail or it may be tail tail. So if we are defining B, B means it's considered as event that at the second toss results in a tail. So second term should be tail. So what will be the event B? B will consider as head tail or tail tail, right? Now from this you have to find out, first of all you have to find out A union B. Now what is the meaning of this A union B? Means all the part which will occurring in event A as well as in event B. So if we will writing each and every term of event A and B, then we will writing all the terms of event A first, then I will write down like this HH, HE and TH. Now we will not taking a common part in between event A and event B. So next term is HT. Already we had taken HT, so we will not taking this part, and the last term is TB. So this will consider as A union B. So if we are taking a part A or part B, means if we are taking each and every term of event A and B, then it will consider as A union B. Now if you want to find out A intersection B, now what is the meaning of A intersection B? If we are taking a common part in between A and B, then it will consider as A intersection B. Now you can see that from the event A and B, which part is common? HT is common in this both the event, right? So A intersection B will consider as HT. So if we are taking a common part in between A and B, then it will consider as A intersection B. Now we have to take A dash. Now what is the meaning of A dash? A dash means it's complement of A. So from the sample space, we will see which term is not occurring in the event A, then it will consider as complement of event A. So you can see that from the sample space, if we are removing this part HH, HT and TH, so which part will be there? TT, right? So A complement means TT. So what is the meaning of, basically what is the meaning of A complement? Its meaning is from the sample space we will removing part A. So it's a complement of A. So if you are removing a part of A, then it will gives you the answer of A complement means A dash. And the last term you required is A minus. Now what is the meaning of A minus? Its meaning is we have to take the part of A, but it should not be in the occurrence in the event B. So if we are removing the common terms from the event B, so we are taking the part which is not occurring in this event. So A minus B will be considered as which part is common to these two terms? HT, right? So if we are removing this part of HT, then the term of HH and TH will consider as A minus B. So if we are removing this part means minus B, means if we are removing the part of B from the event A, then it will consider as A minus B. So this way we can find out different outputs from this sample space and event A and B. So this way we can define the different event. From that we can find out A union B, A intersection B, A dash means A complement. Same way we can find out B dash means complement of B. So from the sample space we are removing the part of B. Then A minus B means we have to take A, but it should not be in the part B. Same way if I am defining like B minus A means we have to take a part of B, but it should not be in the part A. Likewise we can calculate any another terms